At the time of recording, Minecraft Live happened 9 hours ago, and I was able to recreate 80% of the announced features without writing a single line of code. And that's not meant to be a flex. I did this mostly by copying and pasting things that were already in the game. So, are Minecraft updates getting too small? Are players being unreasonable when they ask for bigger and more exciting updates? Well, I'm a software developer. I have worked professionally writing Java code for years, so I think I can bring a useful perspective to this. In my recreation, we have the new biome, the falling leaf particles, the new blocks, the new wood type, and even the new camp structure. I know that some people are going to say that making a mod is not the same thing as making an official Minecraft update, and I agree. I've said that before in my previous videos. But for these specific types of features where they're just adding blocks without any novel behavior, what modders do and what Mojang does is very similar. And I know that because I did all of this by taking Mojang's code, renaming a few files, and adding some new textures. Yes, this was a bonus Minecraft Live. I know it's still early and we'll get more features, but historically, they don't add that much after the announcement. This update, at least what we've seen so far, is trivial. So why is it taking so long to make? Well, there's something huge happening at Mojang. Minecraft Java uses a technology called OpenGL to render Minecraft on your screen, and that technology hasn't been updated in 9 years. So Mojang has to totally rewrite how graphics in Minecraft work, or the game will stop functioning on macOS devices. It's a very serious situation that requires the full attention of Mojang's best developers. But in terms of the playable features, this update is a low complexity Minecraft update from a coding perspective, and I think that's fine. The fun factor and how complicated a feature is not necessarily related. Mojang could add more enchantments or focus on adding more structures, and I think that would just be more fun for players to play through than yet another overworld forest biome. For a lot of casual players, I think the 2-week Minecraft phase doesn't really hit the same way anymore. My personal friend group has not come back to the game in years, mostly because there's not been a clear reason to re-download it and start fresh. It almost feels like the Caves and Cliffs updates traumatized Mojang, and ever since then, they've been too afraid to try something big. It is directly cited as the reason they stopped doing the big annual updates and switched to the smaller, more frequent game drops. And I was willing to give this game drop thing a chance, but I don't think it's working. I mean, look at the difference in views between these trailers. Village and Pillage, 68 million views. Tiny Takeover, 1.3 million views. Nobody cares about Minecraft updates anymore. I remember when Minecraft Live felt like this huge event. I watched every single Minecraft Live as it premiered for years, and this time, I watched it an hour late because I honestly forgot that it was happening. That's a pretty big change for me. I built my YouTube channel around making fan-made Minecraft updates, but an even bigger change is just how much money I'm saving with today's video sponsor, Coopert. Everything is more expensive nowadays, so I've been checking out with Coopert. It's a free browser extension that helps you save money while shopping online. When you're checking out, Coopert automatically tests available coupon codes and applies the best one it can find. No extra work, it just runs in the background and it saves users an average of $600 a year. 600 divided by 30. Guys, you can buy Minecraft another 20 more times with these savings. My favorite feature is the price comparison tool. While you're shopping, Coopert can show prices from other retailers so you can quickly see if there's a better deal somewhere else. It also tracks price history so you can decide whether you want to wait for a sale. Coopert supports Chrome, Edge, Firefox, Opera, and Safari, and it's completely free to install. Check out the link in the description to get started, and thanks again to Coopert for sponsoring today's video. Anyway, I used to count down the days to Minecraft Live like it was Christmas, and now I only watch it because it matters for my channel, but the excitement just isn't the same. And I still think that the game drop model could work, but it needs stronger vision. For example, instead of adding yet another overworld forest biome, Mojang could add one end biome and 2 new end mobs, and then they could do that a few more times over several drops, and eventually we'll have an end update that's comparable to the size of the Nether update, just rolled out gradually. Smaller updates can still build towards something big. I guess that's why I'm making this video. It's because I feel frustrated. Minecraft is the best-selling game of all time. It has world-class developers, a huge community, and unlimited creative potential. Wanting better Minecraft updates is not unreasonable. I don't think the developers are the problem. I think the issue is more about the direction. There are many Minecraft updates that would be relatively low complexity from a coding perspective, but still much more exciting from a gameplay perspective than what we've been getting. I think Mojang could benefit from a little more internal pushback during the idea stage. I feel like Mojang is sometimes caught off guard with how the community reacts to their announcements. A feature can be cute and polished, but it needs to earn its place in the game. The Dappled Forest is charming, I like the atmosphere, I like the cozy side of Minecraft to a point. But if the gameplay loop is grab a few saplings and then leave, then the feature might not have much staying power. I don't like it how the recent Minecraft updates seem to release these little pockets of content. If you're not in that biome or the structure, then you're barely going to feel the update. Caves and cliffs worked so well because you felt it everywhere. Mountains changed, caves changed, the world became deeper, taller, and more striking. I found myself taking more screenshots than ever, just at the landscape. You didn't have to go looking for that update because you felt it all the time. And that's what I want more of. If Mojang wanted to add an autumn theme, why not explore seasons? Seasons would make the entire game feel more dynamic and alive. Even if you build one base and you stay there the entire game, the scenery around you would keep changing and make the game feel fresh. Other block games have experimented with ideas like this, Vintage Story for example, and they found a huge amount of success. Minecraft is the best sandbox game ever made. I really believe that Mojang is an amazing steward of the sandbox side of Minecraft. And you look at the Reddit comments about the new wool blocks, and there's a lot of really happy people. But does anyone else find it depressing how low our expectations have gotten? This is a very simple feature, and one that's not that game-changing, and you've got people typing in all caps over this? Where I think Mojang struggles is with Minecraft as a game, especially from the adventure and progression perspective. Exploration feels stale, the progression has barely changed, and when new progression elements are added, they're often added to the mid-game, which is already so crowded. Copper tools are a perfect example of this. I understand the idea, but the average player can find iron in like 10 minutes. If a new tool tier doesn't meaningfully change the player's decisions, it's kind of hard to get excited about it. About a year ago, I made a video exploring Minecraft clones, and in the thumbnail, I put a Vintage Story character with text that said, "Better than Minecraft." And at the time, that was clickbait. I admit it. I played the game for like 30 minutes for the video. But then I kept playing. And in Vintage Story, I found a game that I like more than Minecraft. There's adventure, a strong sense of progression. Sitting in your crappy little dirt house in Vintage Story makes you feel like a king. Every little scrap you claw from the earth is earned, and you have such a deep connection with your items and resources that Minecraft simply doesn't have. Vintage Story for me has changed how I see Minecraft. I still love the Minecraft community. I still love making mods. I love making YouTube videos. But if it weren't for those things, I'm not sure I'd play Minecraft as much anymore. For the first time, some of Minecraft's competitors are starting to look genuinely compelling. And look, I don't want to criticize without offering constructive ideas. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. So here's a crazy one from a software developer's point of view. And I am completely open to people saying, Whimzee, that's a little bit too crazy. Minecraft has Java Edition and Bedrock Edition. I used to work on a team with two separate code bases where the back-end systems were completely different, but the end user experience had to stay identical. This caused a huge amount of friction and it massively slowed us down. So here's the question. Does strict parity between Java and Bedrock always help the game? There are absolutely downsides to letting the versions diverge. Tutorials and wiki pages could get confusing, players might argue about which version is the real Minecraft, and maybe one version starts getting these amazing Minecraft updates while the other isn't updated as much, and those people start feeling like second-class citizens. But remember the bundle? That feature spent 4 years languishing in development hell, and it worked on Java from the get-go, but finding a good interface for mouse, keyboard, controllers, and touchscreens took a very long time. That is the most visible example, but I would be shocked if similar issues don't happen behind the scenes all the time. On the product that I worked on, a simple feature in one codebase might take a month in another codebase, and I wouldn't be surprised if Mojang frequently runs into similar problems. To be clear, Mojang should not abandon Bedrock. It is the most popular version of the game, and it matters a lot. But maybe strict parity does not always need to be the top priority. Letting Java and Bedrock make some platform-specific decisions could allow each version to innovate faster and better serve its audience. For example, have you ever tried fighting the Wither on a tiny phone screen? Maybe Bedrock doesn't need any more bosses. If I were in charge of Minecraft, I would at least seriously consider where parity helps and where it slows things down. Mojang says they want Minecraft to be a generational game, and I want that too. But it's not 2012 anymore. Minecraft has real competition now, and staying on top forever requires more than the small, safe updates we've been getting. I don't think that Minecraft needs to become a different game. I don't think Mojang needs to chase every trend. In fact, one of Mojang's greatest strengths is that they're protective of Minecraft's identity. But protecting the identity of the game should not come at the cost of avoiding bold ideas. Minecraft can still be cozy, creative, accessible, family-friendly, while also being ambitious. It can serve builders and adventurers. It can add cute mobs and meaningful progression. It can give us new blocks and a new reason to start a world. That's the balance that I want to see. So my main point isn't that Mojang is lazy. My point is that Minecraft deserves a clearer vision for what these smaller updates are building towards. If game drops are the future, and it seems like they are, then each drop should feel like one step in a larger journey. Give us a reason to care about the next one. Give us a reason to start a new world, and give us features that actually change how Minecraft feels. Until then, I'm gonna play Vintage Story. Bye-bye.